So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Highland Park Police Chief Lou Jogman stated that police officers pulled over 22-year-old Robert E. Crimo III about 5 miles north of the shooting scene, several hours after police released the man's photo and an image of his silver Honda Fit and warned the public that he was likely armed and dangerous. Police declined to immediately identify Crimo as a suspect, but stated that they identified him as a person of interest. Shared his name and other information publicly was a serious step. Lake County Mayor Crime Task Force spokesperson Christopher Covelli stated that at the news conference, quote, several of the deceased victims died at the scene and one was taken to a hospital where they later died. Police have not released details about the victims' wounds. Lake County Coroner Jennifer Benek stated that 5 people killed at the parade were adults, but didn't have information on the 6th victim who was taken to a hospital and later died. One of those killed was a Mexican national. Also stated that 2 other Mexicans were wounded. North Shore University Health Center received 26 patients after the attack. All but one had gunshot wounds. Their ages ranged from 8 to 85, and Temple estimated that 4 or 5 patients were children. Temple also stated that 19 of them were treated and discharged. Others were transferred to other area hospitals, while 2 patients are in stable condition remained at Highland Park Hospital. The shooter opened fire around 10:15 a.m. when the parade was about 3/4 through. Highland Park Police Commander Chris O'Neill stated that the incident commander on scene said that the gunman apparently used a high-powered rifle to fire from a spot atop a commercial building where he was very difficult to see, and also stated that the rifle was recovered at the scene. Police also found a ladder attached to the building. Quote, very random, very intentional, and very sad. Police believe that there was only one shooter, but warned that he could still be considered armed and dangerous. Several nearby cities canceled events including parades and fireworks, some of them noting that the Highland Park shooter was still at large. Evanston, Deerfield, Stokey, Waukegan, and Lenoke, Inco canceled events. The Chicago White Sox also announced on Twitter that a planned post-game fireworks show is canceled due to the shooting. More than 100 law enforcement officers were called to the parade scene or dispatched to find the suspected shooter. More than a dozen police officers on Monday evening surrounded a home listed as the address for Crimo in Highland Park. Some officers held rifles as they fixed their eyes on his home. A large armored truck marked police rescue vehicle occupied the middle of the road near the residence. Police blockaded roads leading to the home in tree-lined neighborhoods near a golf course, allowing only a select few law enforcement cars through the tight outer perimeter. Highland Park is a close-knit community of about 30,000 people located on the shores of Lake Michigan. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this one very important thing. Notice that he went out on a rooftop and he decided that he was 007 and he was just going to take out some people just because. No rhyme, no reason. He just wanted to sit up there and do it, right? And notice how police chased him and he was apprehended without any shots fired. No dogs launched, no pepper spray, no type of kill streaks, right? No UAV, counter UAV, right? No EMP, no chopper gunner, AC-130. None of that. None of that happened. They didn't do none of that for this man at all, even though he did all of this damage during the parade, during a time where people were supposed to be celebrating, right, with their families and their friends and just watching fireworks and parade floats go right down the street as they're enjoying their time with their kids and their grandkids and their older kids as they're going through all of their memories. And all of that comes to ruin due to the fact of this one individual and everything that he decided to do that he wanted to do. But yet police end up getting him and capturing him without anything taking place. While you have several people that have had their lives taken and many more that have been injured because of his reckless behavior. Police state that they believe that Jalen Walker, age 25, opened fire first and officers feared for their lives during a nighttime traffic stop on June 27th. Mr. Walker was not armed when he ran away from his car, but police state that a pistol was later found. Akron's mayor urged local people to show patience as protests began. Quote, "The video is heartbreaking. It's hard to take in." State Attorney General Dave Yost promised a complete, fair, and expert investigation by the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, while Akron police are holding a separate internal investigation into whether officers violated departmental rules or policies. The 8 officers involved in the shooting, 7 of whom are white and 1 of whom is black, have been all put on paid administrative leave. The lawyer for Mr. Walker's family stated that officers had kept firing even after he was on the ground. Johnson, president of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, described Mr. Walker's death as murder, point blank. Jalen Walker's car has stopped Monday, June 27th, for a routine traffic inspection. Akron police chief stated that a shot was heard from the car and a traffic camera captured what appeared to be a muzzle flash. Police body cameras show a person in a ski mask getting out of the car and running towards a car park, chased by officers for what seems to be 10 seconds before they opened fire. Once officers tried first to use a stun gun, but that was unsuccessful. Police chief Maylett stated that still photos seemed to show Mr. Walker, quote, going down to his waist area, and another appeared to show him turning towards an officer. A third picture image captures a forward motion of his arms, as well as the pistol found with a loaded magazine on the seat in his car. A bullet casing matching the weapon was found nearby. Demonstrators marched peacefully throughout Akron and gathered in front of the City Justice Center after the video was released. Family lawyer Bobby DeCello stated that police had fired on Mr. Walker even when he was on the ground and had handcuffed him before trying to provide first aid. Mr. Walker's family stated in a statement to the news, quote, "Anger is fine. Anger is understandable. Violence is not. Let's uphold the dignity of Jalen's life as we peacefully demand justice for him." So as you can clearly see, the 2 different Americas. One where if you are Caucasian, young, stupid, you can clearly go out here and do anything that you want and nothing's going to happen to you. They won't even label this as any type of a mass shooting. And they'll make sure to treat you with kid gloves and, take you out to Burger King or maybe some Red Lobster or Long John Silver, wherever you're located. And that's it. The cops will talk you down and they'll, place you fine and dandy in the back of a police car and make sure that nothing happens to you at all. Now, if you're a black man and you just so happen to be driving late night and police just so happen to find you, they'll suspect you of automatically already being a criminal. And then they will later state that, hey, this person had a weapon directly on them, or we were in fear of our lives because he fired directly at us first, and we didn't know what was going to happen. So we needed to unload about 60 bullets directly into this person. Even after he hit the ground, we need to still make sure that he was done. But yet, notice how the black man didn't take nobody's life, but yet the officers fear for their lives. But in the other instance, on the July 4th holiday, you had a Caucasian man who would have actually been a reason for police to fear for their lives and to unload, but yet they didn't. And yet still, this man took people's lives. He injured several more. And on top of that, there were police present on the scene. But yet, even after knowing all of the information, even yet knowing all of the stress and fear and the lives that he has taken and the many more that he's injured, they still took him in without anything happening to him. People want to say that America is not racist. People want to say that equality exists in America, where we can clearly see that this is a lie. You have 2 different stories. The main things in common is that both individuals have a gun. The other thing that they don't have in common is the color of their skin. The other thing that they don't have in common is the fact that one happened during the day, the other happened during the night. The other thing that they both don't have in common is the fact that one, the Caucasian man, did this during a parade where there was an overwhelming amount of police presence. And in the second, the latter, you have a black man who was, pulled over during a traffic stop where you had several officers. Like I said before, if you want to directly tell me that racism doesn't exist and all of these other great things, fine, so be it. But, I pretty much expect you to have some historical facts and proof to back that up. Because as I can clearly see at this moment in time with my two eyes, America is racist and has always been racist and will forever be racist.